Hello again everyone. So I've got the shark in. It's a nice hairbrush. It's not, obviously, it's not working, otherwise I won't be doing a video. Turn it off, plugging it in now. So you got different settings on here. So that's the fan now should be running. So you've got a light on here. I don't know if you can see that actually. The LED's on there. That's lit up on there. They're on because these are heaters on either side. These purple bits here, they heat up. Now, a little bit concerning is, just unplug it before I start doing anything. Something's rattling around in there. Yeah. Something's broken there, so I need to get into there. So what I need is these are just a pain in the ass to get off. No matter what model you get, they're just a pain. So let's see. See what I can do with these. What I normally do is heat this bit up, because that's where it's clipped on these. There's clips behind here. You can see that there. You can see it on either end, either side there. Yeah, there's some sort of clip in there. But in between them, there's like a couple of clips going in. They're not going in deep. So I can just heat that up. Not too hot. I just need it just so that it's a little bit malleable. Malleable, that's a word I've never used on here before. So, it's a bit malleable. And that's quite warm. And it's a fine balance for these to get it hot enough, but not too hot that it starts deforming the rest of it. It's got to get even heat all the way around. And then just try that's the thing with plastic, it's really good when it activates and it gets on the clips, and they're absolutely brilliant at being clipped. So leave no visible screws and you save money there, you know, because you haven't got screws to worry about. But then the actual repairing of things that I've got clips in, there we go. Oh, right, we're off. That weren't too bad actually. That's warm, damage wise. Yeah, that's you're fighting against clips that are going in here, all along here, and here as well. Yeah, so if you look down there, that's what you're fighting against, getting them clips out. And they go in, they don't go too far in, but yeah, they certainly go in. Right, so let's get this off. So on other ones, on the other makes or that I've done of these, it was this little bit on the switch that had gone, but this one's fine. Right, you'll have to straighten all them out shortly. But yeah, that's the only hassle of doing any of these. They're a bit of a pain in the arse. Alright, let's now take right, let's now take these out. There we go. There we go. What's that out? Take this one out. Now the cable's still warm by me. You know what I've done? Am I unplugged? Am I unplugged? I am unplugged. Yeah, just let you know. I'm unplugged. So I've got screws. I'm just going to turn my lamp on. There we go. Yep, to you. Oh. Then I can take. Just get rid of that. You don't need that. Take that one out. Right, so this now needs unclipping. Yeah, so it can be just a little bit annoying. There we go. Alright, I need some more grease in there, do I? Yeah, I'll pop some grease in that. I mean, it's still got some on. It's doing alright, is that? I don't think it's had much use on this, actually. It don't look to have. No, doesn't give a date anywhere. Yes, so I'm just making a note now, just a mental note of the routing of these wires, because I've got to get in here. So your main red wires are going in. Yeah, that's fine. Right, I've got 2 screws here. Turn up. Watch now. Below me. I'll play all the screws in this point. Turn up. So that screw is smaller than the rest of them. That's what I should know. Oh god, there's the clips on here as well. I like the clips to chart, don't they? There we go. That's that out. Put them out to one side. Yeah, still. Right, okay, so let's just get rid of this captain tape. Again, I'm just being aware of the routing of these wires, or routing as you call it in America. Ah, well, there, under there. Alright, okay. Alright, no problem. How does that come out there now, mate? Right, I've got some more clips. I've got 3 clips around here. I've got 1, 2, and 3. Finish me dead. Right in that. Give also open the open. There we go. That's out of there. That's out. Let's see if I can take that out. Oh, something's gone right bang pot wall up here, hasn't it? All that blackness around there. You can see it all in there as well. Not a good sign, that, is it? Right, first things first, let's check my thermal fuse in there. See if I've got continuity. And the fuse. No, I haven't. So the fuse has gone. Now, with that being black around there, I'm just going to check. There's a diode there. I'm just going to check that diode. So I'm in diode mode here. Just get me meter in shot. So swap the leads over. Oh, that diode's fine. Right, that diode's fine. Not sure why that is all black around there though. What I will do though is what I do is just put 5 volts on there and see if that's working. See if my motor's working, because there's no point doing this if the motor's bust, is it? It's not 6.5 volts, let's whack it out at 5. There we go, so we've got 5 volts, so that'll be positive, negative. So the motor's fine, the motor works fine, so I'm happy to carry on with that. So, let's see. Zoom in a bit now, mate. Oh, zoom. Right. So that's my thermal fuse, that's gone. I've now got to get another one out. Find them now. Shit, where's the bottom one? I've got them here. I don't mind, I've been gone into boxes again. So I've got 3 boxes of thermal fuses, different sizes, whatever. Right. So these that I've got, uh, 153. So they're 153s. Pretty sure that them inside there are around the same. The last one of these I did, it was the same. I'm just going to get my microscope on. So there's microscope view of that fuse. I can't actually see. Oh. No, I can't actually see what rating it is. Never mind. Let's see if I can just get. Is it that one? What size is that one now? There we go. It's 157. If I can just leave that in situ. Let's clean the contacts up here. It doesn't look very good. Why is that going up? Right, have I still got continuity between there and there? Let me check that, because that, let's see, I've got continuity from there to there, which I haven't, have I? What horns have I got? What horns have I reading on there, mate? Right, so we've got, I'm just measuring now, you can see on there and there, I've got 238 ohms. It's purely that fuse that's gone. So yeah, so clean that up. Next one, clean that bit up. See if I can get a better focus. Oh, let me see now. Yes. Yeah, soldering iron I'll get down there. So what I'm gonna do now is just put some solder on there now. Now this solder of mine, it does melt at 255 degrees. That's the melting point of it. And the fuse tripping point is at 150 something or other. So just get that lot of solder off of there, mate. See if I can pick it up, clean them off. Lob of solder out. Right, get that fuse in. I'm just going back to back with that other fuse now. Let me just bend that down slightly. submerge contact with that pad. Let's see if I can get that. No, we're gonna. No, I don't know. See, I don't know. I'm not. Not everything is done. We're going somewhere. Take it as Got to be careful because I can't. Get me little. I call these my clamp tweezers because they are brilliant. There we go. I managed to clamp that at the angle that I want it at. Just a little bit of flux on, just a tiny bit. Clean my tip. I've got to be careful now with this, got to work pretty quickly on it. I just want to do it in little dabs rather than all in one. Look at that. Perfect, that. That's plenty in there now. That's it, little clamp off. Right, so I need to push that down. Submerge contact. Right, let's get a drop of flux on it again. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to flood this with solder and then introduce the fuse onto it then. Let's try and move that around a little bit. Do it at more of an angle like this. There we go. Quickly. Perfect. I'm happy at that. Let me take that off. As you can see now, that's soldered. All I need to do now is just check it. Make sure you get a nice. There we go, that's working. That fuse hasn't blown, it's still in. Let's see if I can just. All I need to do now is just put these. Oh, I'll put that back. Turn that off. That's just a bit of solder that. Gotta make sure that that comes out, that bit of solder. Because if that stays in there, it's gonna blow something. There it is. Right, so close that up now. So let's put that off. Yup. No, it's not close to these. Put that back. Was that something? That's nothing to it. They're okay for that, look. Just double check everything's alright there. Yeah, that's fine. Right. It's perfect. So that's all in there. That's fine. Yeah, it's just a bit weird why that blew. Or what blew. I think it was just the fact that it was the so let me take this out. Just check, just double check these. There we go. I think that's because the fuse blew. Right, that's it, Mick. Put this back. Which one's through? Set up. Good. No, that's what I see. No, no, all right, hit that sides. One for it. There. Okay. Sounds now. Oh, come on. Fuck. Piss about. There we go. So that goes on a specific way, does that? Heating element, cardboard type of thing. So I'll put this in. Put that in. There we go. That's it there. There we go. Quite happy with that though. It's just about now of, I mean this is quite clean. This I haven't much use this. Anyway, let's get that in. Hang on a minute, Mick. Yeah, let's get that in. 2 screws. There's the 2 screws in that, holding that down. There. Okay, let's get the circuit board back in. Right, on the board here, that's the main fuse for your board. So if it's not working, I'd test that first. But because these LEDs were lighting up here, put it down, because the LEDs were lighting up, I knew that that fuse was working. So, but that'll be my first go-to component to check. Excuse me. So on here, you got 2 long ribs on there, and they go into there. You got 4 altogether really. So make sure them clips are down there, and that clips in place. Then it's a matter of getting your cable. I'm going to put a little bit of, now this is, what is it, dielectric grease. You only need a tiny amount of that. That much. Again, I'm just going to zoom in again. Probably a little bit too much, Mick. So I've only got a little bit on there, so I'll just put it on my finger. Spin it down, put a bit in there. So that's a little bit too much, I'd say. But once it's in, let me take that back out again, Mick. There we go. Put that in, spin it around. Once it spins around a bit, it's alright. It'll just go in, but you don't want too much. And then it's this cover, so my screws are in there, that's all in, they're all in there where they should be. Put this cover on now, make sure I've no track cables, all the cables look fine there. The screws back in. Now, I'm hoping that has actually fixed the issue, otherwise it's taking it all apart again. I'm pretty confident that it's working, because the thermal fuse will stop it all from working. I'm just going to put the switch housing back over it, over the switch, and put it in the central position. Just a little bit easy to line the, there we go, it's clipped in. Let's put these back. No, let's go there. No, Nick. Right, so I'm not switched on yet. Let's get rid of that. No, let's get a wide shot. So I'm switched off now. There's the other piece of that. Actually, I didn't see that. That must have been me that snapped it off then. Right, so switched off. I'm just going to plug it in. Hope it don't go bang. Well, it hasn't gone bang. So here we go. Right, what I've noticed there is we've only got one speed. Right, you do only have one speed. You have one speed, but then you've got different heat settings. Yeah, because that's a fan. And then you got your heat. That's a low heat, medium, high. And then when you go on this purple one here at the top, that just heats these up. So your fan goes off, your LEDs light up. You see that? LEDs light up, and then these should heat up, which they are doing. I don't know why, don't know what, I haven't got a clue. I think I'll bring it up on screen actually. I think it's so you can dry your hair. You can do it, I don't know. I don't use these, as you can see. I have no hair anyway, so, well I have, but I crop it down, but so I don't use one of these. I'll have a look on online though, and I'll just flash it up on screen. So yeah, at least it's working. So obviously I'm going to test it all, make sure it all works as it should do. I'll have a look online in videos of it. And hopefully this should just clip in. It should clip in nicely. So I think all that happens there is for it to clip in. It's basically just the clips in here, there and there. That's all I can see. Now then. They're quite big clips actually, are them? So I think doing what we're doing, heating it up, and then getting and then prying it off. I think that's the way to go on it. Right. So I'm going to call that a fix on that. Not sure how long that took, but the hardest part's getting into it, actually doing the job of diagnosing it and changing the fuse and putting it all back together. That was fine. But yeah, anyway, so that's all working. So that is your shark. Let's see if I can show you the model number of this. There you go. Right, so that's your shark. I will pop this back in a bit once I've had a look at the video and that and all that. Everything's working on it. But yeah, there's your shark hairbrush, hot airbrush straightener, make your brew airbrush thing. So yeah, thank you for watching.